This is the second video looking at price elasticity of demand. So I'm bringing something that we've not really looked at yet. So I'm going to draw a demand curve. Okay, so we've got a basic demand curve which shows how price levels will affect demand. Let's imagine we set the price P1. So price P1, people will buy the Q1. Now, businesses, when they sell things to us, they earn money. And the money is revenue. Okay, so it's the money in the till from selling things to me and you. So a simple example, if I was to walk into a shop and buy a sandwich at £3, a bottle of pop at £1, it would mean the revenue that the store have earned from me buying them two products would be £4. Now TR stands for total revenue. All it basically is the amount of money that a business earns from selling things to its customers. And to work this out, it's simply the price multiplied by the quantity sold. Okay, so really simple example. If I opened up a shop and I was selling, let's say, pens, and I sold across one day 500 pens, and I sold them for £1 each, then my total revenue will be £500. Okay, now what we can do on our demand curve, we can actually see the area of revenue. Remember, total revenue is equal to the price multiplied by how many you sell. And if you remember your maths at GCSE, if you multiply the two sides of a square together, then what you get is the total revenue. Okay, so this box here that I've now got shows me the revenue that we earn at that particular price level. Now think about what that then means. Let's imagine a business got greedy and they increased their price to P2. Demand would fall, some people would no longer want to buy the product. And what we get is this thinner, sort of more rectangular box, which shows me the revenue the business now earns. And look what happens. They've lost this. So because some customers now say, you know what, I'm not prepared to buy it anymore, we lose that revenue box. But what the business would say, it's not all bad. Because we've still retained some of our customers, so we're now at Q2, and ultimately what will happen is, because those customers are now paying a higher price, we gain that revenue box. Okay, so what we can now do with elasticity is to work out how elasticity will affect the revenue of a business. Let's think about a price inelastic demand curve first of all. What should firms do to their prices? Well, we've got this. Price inelastic demand. Okay, now if this firm starts off at T1, Q1. Now remember, this box, there, to there, to there, to there, is the total revenue the business earns, the price times the quantity. And again, imagine the firm raises their price all the way up to P2. Okay, so we're now at P2, Q2. Look what happens. Business will lose that revenue box there. That's gone. Okay, so because some customers have now decided I'm not prepared to pay that price, they lose that revenue. But great news, look at this. Because they retain most of their customers and they're now paying a much higher price, they gain all that. I don't know about you, but I'd be prepared to sacrifice that red box to gain that green box. So when demand is price inelastic, what a business should do if they want to make more money, you should raise the price. Okay, why would you not lower the price? Well, look at this. It would make no real business sense. So we've got our demand curve. Start off at P1, Q1. And again, this rectangle is the revenue that we earn. Imagine they lowered price significantly. Okay, look what happens now. They would gain this box. So because they've got more customers and they're charging P2, they would gain that small rectangle. Trouble is, they've lost all that. So what we would say is the demand for your product is price inelastic. Do not put the price down. Your best strategy would be to raise price. Remember, firms exist to make profit. Okay, so what a firm would do, if they knew that customers were inelastic, whack up the price. People will still be willing and able to pay it. Now, if demand was price elastic, what we should remember is that the demand curve is now a horizontal line. Think about what the firm should do now. Imagine they were charging P1 and flogging Q2. Think about what would happen. Remember, that rectangle there is the revenue. If they increase price just a little bit to P2, demand plummets. Okay, so when demand's elastic, demand is responsive to a change in price. So people would leave the business in their droves if the price went up. They're going to go to the substitutes instead. Now, my firm now will lose all these customers. They lose all that. And all they gain is that little bit of revenue there on top of the original. So overall, what you would say here is whatever this firm does, it should not raise prices. Okay, now think about the opposite. So again, demand's going to be price elastic. Think about what this firm should do and why it should do it now. We start off at P1, Q1. Remember, this box is the revenue. If they put price down a teeny weeny bit, demand will shoot up massively. Okay, so look what happens now. At the lower price, they lose that revenue that they would have earned on some of their customers. But, so what? They gain that massive box there. So what we would say is that when the demand is price elastic, put the price down. It will result in the firm earning more revenue. Now what this means in markets is that when the demand is price elastic for goods and services, then prices tend to be quite low. When the demand is price inelastic, then the price will tend to be a lot higher.